Hi there, smart drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking about skid recovery on snow. Stick around. We'll be right back with that information. Hi there, smart drivers. Welcome back. Rick with Smart Drive Test talking to you today about skid recovery on snow and ice. And as you'll see here in the footage, one of the vehicles did not recover from the skid. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal and there was no crash that resulted from that. Now, if you're new to Smart Drive Test here, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Smart Drive Test helps new drivers get a license, veteran drivers to remain crash-free, and CDL drivers to start a career as a truck or bus driver. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure to get all of the great information that's available here on the channel. So, skid recovery on snow and ice. We're going to head over to the computer here, and we'll give you some information about how to stay safe when the temperature is around freezing and there's a bit of snow and ice on the roadway.
So I'm just looking down the road here. I'm not going very fast. You can see in the dash cam I'm doing less than 50 kilometers an hour, 30 miles an hour. The road has been well sanded, but obviously there's a crash down here somewhere. You can see the vehicle is upside down in the ditch on the right here. You can't probably see it in the dash cam because it's in front of the big truck here.
Many drivers are under the false impression that when they're on major roads and there's a bit of snow on the road that it is dangerous, and sometimes it can be, but often these are well maintained as opposed to these residential roads. When it starts to snow, they're one of the last to get sanded or salted, and this roadway going down to a roundabout on a hill became extremely dangerous when the temperature is around zero. Now watch the car under the arrow here. That fortunately loses control, but it's not involved in a crash because the driver was going slow enough and there wasn't any other traffic around. So the driver gets the vehicle straightened around and comes back down the hill without incident, just a little bit of lesson. But what happened was the driver held the brakes on. When the driver held the brakes on, the back end of the vehicle lifted up. The driver continued to hold the brakes on and lost control of the vehicle in a skid as going downhill. Now you can see the van up at the back there that kind of loses control a little bit coming down the hill. Many of the cars here are going in onto the shoulder of the road there. You can see that van right out into the snow to work to get traction and maintain control of the vehicle and be able to brake as they're coming down the hill towards the roundabout where they have to slow or stop to enter the roundabout. And that's one of the techniques that you can use when the temperature is around freezing. There's a lot of precipitation, and what happens when the temperature is around zero, you get a layer of water on top of the ice, which makes it even more slippery during these periods of precipitation when you get a lot of snow, like wet snow coming down the roadway. So know that residential areas are going to often get you out in terms of having a skid when you're driving. So thanks very much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Hit that thumbs up button. And remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.